Welcome everybody. On this video, I will show you how to get past the BitLocker Recovery blue screen that asks to enter the recovery key for this drive. BitLocker Recovery is a Microsoft security technique to protect your data on the disk against online or offline unauthorized access. I will show you how do I recover my BitLocker recovery key using different methods, such as getting recovery key from CMD, from Microsoft account using recovery key ID, from backup file without Microsoft account, in addition to method of unlocking BitLocker without recovery key, and disabling BitLocker recovery boot loop. But before starting, you have to know why is the computer asking for a BitLocker recovery key, as this will help you to bypass BitLocker recovery without password. There are many reasons that may trigger BitLocker recovery screen, but the most important reasons are changing in BIOS boot order in BIOS settings, disabling or clearing the TPM, online attacks that attempt to access your data, multiple wrong login attempts, removing or completely discharging a smart battery on a laptop, upgrading BIOS, or UEFI firmware. So, if you can remember what did you do before appearance the BitLocker recovery screen, revert that change back to bypass this blue screen. Refer to video description for more details about events that may invoke BitLocker recovery. How to get BitLocker recovery key from CMD. To show BitLocker recovery key from CMD, do the followings. Search for CMD and open command prompt as administrator. Type this command and press enter. Manage BDE protectors get C. This is the BitLocker recovery key. If you have executed this command from advanced recovery environment or on locked drive, you will get only the numerical password ID, but not the password itself. The numerical password ID can be used to differentiate the password of specific drive from other drives or partitions if you have more than one encrypted. How to get BitLocker recovery key with key ID from your Microsoft account. Open this link in another computer or in your mobile Google Chrome or another browser. Log in to Microsoft using the same account that you have logged in on your computer. If you have not signed in with a Microsoft account on the computer, make sure the other person who shares the computer use with you, or the person who installed Windows when you purchased the computer, or who reinstalled it, if they may be signed in with someone's Microsoft account. For your information, Windows 11 requires registration with a Microsoft account when installing the system as a mandatory step, as the system makes a backup copy of the BitLocker key automatically. If you have more than one encrypted drive, you have to select the required BitLocker recovery key from your Microsoft account according to the drive ID shown in BitLocker recovery blue screen. Once you get the key, type it to unlock BitLocker recovery. Press enter to close BitLocker recovery screen and to boot Windows normally. How to get BitLocker recovery key without Microsoft account. There are 3 different methods to store and restore BitLocker recovery key, which are, save to your Microsoft account, print the recovery key to paper if you have printer, or save it as a file on external disk like USB or hard disk, but you can't save it on the same encrypted disk. So, if you have that external USB drive or the printed paper, you can recover your BitLocker recovery key without Microsoft account. Otherwise, you have to log into associated Microsoft account to get your key. Can you unlock BitLocker without recovery key? There is no published way to unlock BitLocker without recovery key after the disk gets locked. However, you can disable BitLocker without recovery key only in running Windows as followings. Type BitLocker into search box and then open Manage BitLocker tool. Click on Turn off BitLocker option. If you have Home Edition of Windows, device encryption settings will appear instead of Manage BitLocker in search results. So open it and then change device encryption toggle from on to off. Also you can disable BitLocker using CMD as followings. Type CMD into search box and then run command prompt as administrator. Type this command and press enter. Manage BDE off C. How to disable BitLocker recovery screen boot loop. To disable BitLocker boot loop, do the followings. Press ESC key from keyboard for more recovery options. Click skip this drive and then select troubleshoot option. Select advanced options and then open command prompt. Type notepad and press enter. From file tab, select open option. Click on this computer icon and then open USB drive. Open your recovery key file. Back to command prompt window. Show BitLocker recovery status using this command. Manage BDE status. Show BitLocker recovery ID of Windows partition using this command. Manage BDE protectors get F. If Windows partition has no assigned letter, use the GUID identifier instead. Compare the identifier numbers to confirm that the recovery password on the open file is for Windows partition. Type this command without hitting enter. Manage BDE protectors unlock F, RP. Copy the drive password and paste it after previous command. After that, press enter to unlock the drive. Execute the following command to suspend the drive protection. Manage BDE protectors, disable F. Now, your computer can restart normally without BitLocker Recovery blue screen. But if you want to turn drive encryption off, execute this command and then restart your computer. Manage BDE off F. How to bypass BitLocker Recovery Screen if the recovery password is unavailable. If your computer gets stacked to BitLocker Recovery with a 0% chance to get the recovery password, the chance to unlock it yourself would be 0% too. In this case, you have to format the encrypted disk and then reinstall a fresh copy of Windows. To do so, you will need to create a bootable USB of Windows in another computer or in your Android mobile if it supports USB on the go. Refer to video description to learn how to create a bootable USB of Windows 10 or Windows 11. Once the bootable USB is ready, connect it to your computer and turn the computer on. Once you see the manufacturer logo, rapidly and repeatedly press F12 or another key from keyboard to enter boot menu. This is the list of hotkeys to enter boot menu for different brands including laptops and desktops. Move to the EFI USB drive and hit enter to boot from the USB. Select the keyboard language based on distribution of symbols in your keyboard. If you failed to boot from the USB, you may need to disable Secure Boot and to enable USB boot from BIOS settings. Watch the video from description for more details in how to boot from USB drive. Also, you can boot from the USB while on BitLocker Recovery Screen as followings. Press ESC from keyboard to open recovery options. Click on Skip this drive option and then select Use a device option. Select the USB drive from the list of available drives to boot from it. Click on Install button and follow on-screen instructions. Notice that the setup wizard stated that Windows cannot be installed to this hard disk space, because the BitLocker device encryption is enabled on the selected partition. To bypass this error in installing Windows on the selected disk, you have to format that partition as followings. Click on Delete option. Notice that after deleting the selected partition, all data inside it will be lost permanently, but data and files on other partitions or volumes will not be affected. Click OK to confirm deletion choice. Select the unallocated space and click on New option. Click on Apply to create a new partition with all unallocated disk space. Select the new partition if not selected and then click Next to start Windows installation process. Follow on-screen instructions to customize the fresh installation of Windows in your computer. For more details about customizing Windows installation, watch the video on description. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, leave a comment and subscribe.